Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the bottom side as the Panzer Elite player, we have Spandy. Spawn on the north side as the US player, we have IntegralWojtek. Wojtek. I have no idea how to pronounce it.
I've secured the objective.
Have fun, crap luck. I have no idea what's going on. Is he saying his opponent's already lucky? Nope, either way, we do have some... a bit of smack talk. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Maybe there's a beef between these two? Who knows? It's being polite, but I don't know. G43 of course being deployed now. We do got a barracks here. We got triple engineer opener. Probably going to go for rifleman into Jeep, I'm guessing. Excuse me, I'm guessing. This map is quite large, so sending an engineer to capture all of these points can be quite useful. Over here, these VPs. It's hard to say who has the better chance of capturing them, but they're all very, very far apart. Panzer Grenadiers make their advance. G43 and regular Panzer Grenadier be able to deal with this engineer no problem. This water does provide negative cover there, so that is a pretty good choke point into his opponent's base area, as well as right here. But there's multiple crossings to get out of the base, so it's not exactly actually that choke pointy.
Grenadiers here.
Panzer Grenadiers are capturing, of course, the munitions point, as these engineers are capturing up this munitions point here.
Ready for mission orders.
Up north, we do have the fuel point being captured up by the engineers. No bullets have been fired just yet. How many engineers are actually on the map? There's the rifleman. So it looks like there is, yeah, the 3 engineers. He's withdrew his engineers from this side of the map and now going straight for the right side. Over here, we do, of course, have the munitions point being captured up by the Kettengrad. And now these Panzer Grenadiers make their advance. These ones do not have the G43. This one does. So all 3 Panzer Grenadiers are making their advance over here. You guys have this fresh Panzer Grenadiers here. Perhaps eyeing for a camp group company or logistics company. I'm guessing camp group company. Jeep has been deployed out. The first engagement. Jeep is receiving quite a bit of penetrating hits. They're way outnumbered. And has hardly got any damage in return. Not even the guy on negative ground. So getting pretty unlucky with the Jeep. We do have an engineer squad here. Retreated back. Perhaps I can get some repairs onto the Jeep now. We do have, looks like, another rifleman squad being deployed now. Could be a second Jeep, but unlikely. Still the same G43 squad, no additional G43s just yet. Flamer squad getting ripped apart by these G43s. Jeeps coming in support, partially repaired. And you will save the Flamer squad from going down, only drops 1 model there. Dropping a second model there wouldn't be half bad because it would net him more health for the next engagement. Logistics company has been deployed now, going for... Is that a vampire? It looks like we may have a vampire half-tractor being deployed now. A very rare item indeed. Maybe he's going to try to set it up over here in order to siphon off this munitions income? Or could be going straight for this fuel point? There's a lot of surface area for a vampire half-track to be deployed. G43 squads produced 24. The second G43s are out on the field. Both of them in this general region. Engineers are advancing. Flamer squad is now being focused on down as the Jeeps knocking around the G43 squad. Getting some great damage there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. The Flamer squad has fallen back down to 1 last model. This one just popped its own flamer as well, and it's pretty healthy. Jeep is getting knocked around by being blocked by the retreating squad. And the Flamer squad will need to fall back. Jeep itself is falling back. These guys do get stuck for a brief moment.
Petrol depot.
And he is being on a triage center now for the Flamers. He needs to make sure these guys are topped off on health. Riflemen and engineers in defensive position. Captain Grad. Funkwagen has set up on this munitions point here. Not deployed over here, but over here.
Defensive operations have been upgraded.
Defensive operations has been deployed. I wonder if he realizes that his income is being siphoned. He does spot the Funkwagen. But he's not going to be eyeing to gun it down. Now he realizes, oh crap, now he actually realizes it's right there. Ammunition, Rifleman squad does fall back. We do have the Jeep set up in a more defensive posture. And now that is the Ketograd creeping his way forward, being slowed down by the water. And now we've got the G43 squad, another G43 squad. Flamer engineers, however, pushing way forward, does suppress fire both of these Flamer squads as Jeep tries to knock around these Panzer Grenadiers. Vampire half-track does get spotted once again. He may be eyeing to go for earlier sticky bombs, seeing the Vampire half-track. It is, of course, unarmed, like Kettengrad. Speaking about Kettengrad, does he capture the fuel point there? Doesn't need to fully capture it. Won't get any income from it. And we do have observation posts being deployed out on this fuel point here, so the Kettengrad is going to charge it forward, trying to decapture it, but will be unsuccessful. Because who never knew 4 walls and a ceiling will stop a Kettengrad from capturing a point. Ooh, Flamer squad does get wiped out. Native ground here is being very problematic. Great focus fire there. Falls back for all of the squads. Rifleman squad doesn't even stick around. Both of the Flamer squads will escape on out of there. Panzer Grenadiers are now withdrawing. We do have this Ketograd advancing, capturing the VP. VPs, looks like the US player still has all 500. And that will soon the chains very shortly. Now the Ketograd will be falling away from the Flamer engineers as these Panzer Grenadiers start making their advance. There is a land. Oh, no. Was that a Telomine?
Our support command abilities have been upgraded.
That may have been US landmine being cancelled there. I'm not so sure. The US player may have gone for infantry, and that may have been a US landmine there. I saw a landmine there for a brief moment. I wasn't sure if it was a... And I didn't hear something like anything like Pink Hunter being selected, so I think the US player has gone for infantry, and that was landmine trying to be laid down by the riflemen. Panzer Grenadiers do fall back. Very little health remaining, but all models were still alive, which means no manpower bleed. Some landmines being deployed on out by the engineers. And those are the Luftwaffe ground forces there. So that was highly likely US landmines being queued there. Panzer Grenadiers making their advance. Does get damaged engine crit onto the Jeep.
Becoming less mobile all the time.
And the Jeep does go down. Over here, we do have the Funkwagen get spotted once again. Now over here, it looks like the Flamer engineers do fall back with the riflemen.
Luftwaffe ground forces have arrived and are now available for assignment.
Yep, he has deployed out 1 Luftwaffe ground forces. He has 4 G43 squads. This rifleman squad will get easily overwhelmed by these forces and does fall back now. Kettengrad has fully captured the northern munitions point. So the Vampire half-track is getting repaired on up. Currently siphoning this income from this munitions point here. Could fully capture up the Luftwaffe ground forces. The Funkwagen could be put in the corner over here. Honestly, could even be put over here. That's not like going to be scouted anytime soon by the US player. Or make his way deep over here. There's a lot of places for that Funkwagen. Flamers start making their advance. We do have this rifleman to support as well.
Attention. The enemy advances.
The Luftwaffe ground forces won't be able to withstand much too long with those flamers in the region. They're quite stacked up well, so a lot of AoE damage there. It looks like one of the frontal models went down, and that guy does burn around, not realizing you should stop, drop, and roll and dive into the water if you're set on fire by flame engineers.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
Light ATF track has been pointed out. Not really a great item at this point in time. We do have Tank Depot and somebody deployed out there. It's likely going to be Hellcat. Yeah, Hellcat's now being deployed and out. Let's keep the US player selected because I think he's gone for infantry, but I don't know exactly. Panzer Grenadier skirting around, does receive some fire there from the rifleman. And flaming engineers are also in the region. Short-barreled Panzer IV. How did I miss this? Short-barreled Panzer IV has been deployed out. It has the armor skirt upgrade. Pinto Mountain may be on the way as well. Hellcat is about ready to pop out. And it's going to be very useful. Light Yap Track fires a shot. Doesn't get a crit shot off just yet. Nor right there. Does get a bounce there. Panzer IV-C has deployed on up. And the Hellcat's going to be pursuing the Light Half Track because I suppose more of a threat to it with the crit shot, but now he's going to be back away towards the Panzer IV-C. The Panzer IV-C should hit the Triage Center first, but hitting both the Supply Yard and Triage Center is also a good idea. The AoE damage being very useful. He may be forced on the ground, he may be targeting towards the Supply Yard. Hellcat making his advance. Does take out the Light TF track there, but even taking out both his stuff is definitely worth the cost of the Panzer IV-C. Both structures go down. Second Hellcat has been deployed on out. Yeah, the Panzer IV-C is as good as dead. Might as well keep it there and let it die. Destroyed engine, still alive.
Enemy unit down.
And he has another crit there. Looks like Captain Grad also goes down as well. Holy crap, he's down rifleman. He's only has 2 engineers. He's lost a lot. At this point in time, I'm pretty sure he's gone for infantry, so maybe get out some rangers or some airborne if he has not actually selected the infantry. Funkwagen and Light Half Track are rotating around. Hellcats are making their advance.
Field repairs are now available.
So he has gone for armor. Maybe that landmine was actually being deployed out by the Funkwagen, right? The Funkwagen could deploy out landmines. Or was that the munitions half track? I always forget. Looks like the Hellcat there fully gets immobilized. Fieldcraft has been activated.
Enemy unit down.
And does get fully repaired there, removing the crit. Over here at this point, as well as this point being decaptured, which are the cutoff points. Light Half Track still trying to engage. Fieldcraft has been disactivated, so another crit shot does fully mobilize that Hellcat there. And that Light Half Track does go down. He's pretty far away from munitions in order to get out another Fieldcraft. So, and with that cutoff points there, he's even farther away as well. 5 munitions income is not a whole lot.
Listen up, squad.
Flamer Engineers making their advance. We'll be forcing away these Panzer Grenadiers. Though he's just sort of stalling off. Manages to suppress and pins both squads. Ah, there's another Panzer Grenadier. That's how you suppress and pin the other squad. I was getting a bit confused right there. But both that Panzer Grenadier squad will fall back. This one is still around with the Luftwaffe ground forces. Volkswagen is deployed there. Now we do have another rifleman squad. He has 2 rifleman squads out on the field. And he does spot this observation post. Not providing any income at the moment. Sends a hit onto its own observation post right there. Perhaps eyeing for a crush. May get one model there. Does fully retreat back. He won't get any model crushes there. He may get a model crush, does get a model crush there, and the tank shot does roll a miss there, doesn't get the kill, and will fall back, should be able to escape out of there.
Our fuel point is being taken by the enemy.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down? Hang over here. Squad, reinforced. Taking fire.
G43 and Panzer squad got a full tank buster deployed on out, making their way towards the center. He has gone for armor, he knows about fieldcraft, so flak 88s can be a good potential. Doesn't have to be worried about Calliopes. Panzer fire shot, rolls and miss there onto the Hellcat, and the riflemen start running across the bridge now. Rifleman squad is getting focused down. Engineer and has closed a gap. The weakened wounded rifleman squad will be captured the point as this Panzer Grenadier over here is just providing defense position. This light ATF track can be recovered by Bergantiga. Not likely though. And that squad will fall back. It may have been suppressed right there. Seemed pretty quick for retreating back. 2 tank busters have been deployed on out. And we got these rifleman squad does capture that strategic point as this VP is being captured by the Luftwaffe ground forces.
We're losing a point out there.
Engineers do fall back in time. And now they have a support weapon center, likely for a sniper or 3. Looks like that was getting cartridges being crushed. One less thing for Bergantiga to recover. As the Hellcat starts engaging these Luftwaffe ground forces, dropping a single model. Riflemen start pushing the way forward. There's 3 G43 squads right here. Does press and pin the Flamer squad. These rifleman squads are quite bunched up, and Sneak Grenade could be quite useful, but looks does not have that research or not throwing it.
It's one of ours.
Up north, we do have the Panzer Shreks pushing the way forward, get some great hits there on the Hellcat. Panzer Grenadiers do send a shot there at the riflemen. As these Panzer Grenadiers start making their advance. Luftwaffe ground forces will capture that fuel point here. Volkswagen still on that munitions point, so that fuel point will not give him any more fuel income, though he does have a bit of a stockpile. Or that's the US player anyways. And there is a landmine. No, that's a Goliath. So Goliath has been deployed on out by the Volkswagen. Not camouflage, so it's very exposed and could potentially blow up the Volkswagen. Hellcat engaging the Luftwaffe ground forces, just trying to stick to the garrison, try to stall out as long as possible. The rifleman squad is actually quite wounded. Ooh, the Luftwaffe forces could be wiped out, and does go down. No contest there. Patricks are advancing. Hellcat with Infantry 1. And here the Goliath now advancing. Goliath making his charge now. And the Rifleman. Rifleman can't retreat back. It's going to retreat right into it. Oh, that was actually not as bad as I thought. Most of the explosion effect did miss quite a bit. Two Patrick shots connect with the Hellcat. One shot away from death. Lines up a shot. Aiming. Fires. Rolls a big miss there. Engineering squad does not receive any shots there. This Panzer Grenadier could potentially still wipe it out. Focusing now. No negative cover on that road and does manage to keep on out there. Fuel craft hadn't been activated. Nearly fully repairs the Hellcat. Riflemen, however, ripped apart by the Panzer Grenadiers. Good rear armor hit there onto the Hellcat. And does get some good hits there onto the tank busters. Over here, Panzer Grenadiers chasing down the sniper. We do have one U.S. sniper deployed on the field. No additional ones on the queue.
Don't think, just follow fucking orders. Stay by me and I'll keep you alive.
Two-man rifle squad does fall back. Not likely it will get wiped. The five-man squad will stay in the region. Oh, that two-man squad does actually get wiped. My mistake. Hellcat charging forward. Falls back before any crushes there. And these Panzer Grenadiers will be falling on back. Over here, we've got the level 1 production for the US player. The tickets are in favor of the Wehrmacht, or the Panzer League player. And that Panzer Grenadier just got Veterancy 1. Short barrel Panzer 4 are still here. Can be recovered by a Berkentiga.
Under enemy sniper killed in action.
Oh, the sniper got killed somewhere.
We have heavy armor and company reserves.
Panthers have been deployed now. Pershing's now available. The US player does not have a whole lot of stuff out in the field. Hellcat, one rifleman, two engineers. MG emplacement does go down, leaving two remaining. The Hellcat plus Pershing could be very useful. You can pop out the Pershing as a quick bit of reinforcements. It will be deployed through right here.
We're down to 300 points.
So if he pushes too far forward, the Pershing come at a great angle. And if the Pershing were to engage from here, the Hellcat could push forward towards the side and help try to get the rear armor. He does have the German 76mm upgrade as well. I just saw that.
We're losing a strategic sector in the compound.
And both of those MG placements have gone down. Pershing now deployed out in the field. Hellcat and Pershing making their advance. Hellcat does get a nice pen there. Pershing rolls a bounce. This is the wounded one. It's easier to gauge that one moment. Another pen there by the Pershing there. Double bounce onto the Pershing. G43s and a Panzer has advanced. Panzer fires, rolls a shot into the tree. Pershing's a bit wounded. Pershing should pass fall back a little bit. He's pretty close to field craft as well, or field repair.
Territory cut off from supply.
Just need actually a couple more minutes of munitions, at least 1 minute of munitions, because he currently have 5 munitions income. Pershing repaired on up. The Panzer Grenadier there is almost wiped out. Hellcat rolls a miss, but the Pershing rolls a direct hit on the Panzer Grenadier. Pershing does roll a miss there. That's a bit wounded. The other engineer squad needs to get over there and start repairing it up. Panzer squad still poses a threat for both these items. And the US player is at pop cap as well. Pen there from the Panther. Panzer does roll a bounce there as the Hellcat sends a good hit there on the Panzer. Good hits there actually from the Pershing on the Panzer. And Hellcat does get a good hit there. Pershing and Hellcat does not stop the rear, does not get the rear armor there. Gets some great hits there. Field repairs have been activated. Here's some butterfly bombs on the ground.
What is it?
Hellcat charging forward. Receives a pen there. Rolls a miss there. And now the Pershing does have the rear armor of the Hellcat. Oh, the
We're at
Panther.
200 points.
This one's rear armor is also exposed. Rolls a bounce there.
Casualties.
And the Hellcat does go down. Pershing rolls a miss there. Main gun destroyed on this Panther. And that Panther's good as dead.
Enemy unit down.
Pershing needs to back away a little bit, though there's nothing really in the area threatening it. Panther's going to try to push on forward as well. Great hit there onto the Luftwaffe ground forces. Panzer squad, however, finds a good rear armor hit there on top of Pershing. The Pershing's at Vector C2 and goes out of control to the Panther. Luckily, the US player has backed out of the game.
Munitions point under attack.
And that's game. It's Dan Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.